Hello, it's Jules here, and I just wanted to show you the progress on our Lego. We've been working on this cool set here, and as promised, this is bag 1 to 6. I did bag 1 to 4, and Lorraine did bag 5 to 6, and she got to finish it off. So this is what it looks like in the book, and the next one we're going to look at finishing bags 7 to 12 is going to look like that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way and I'll show you what we've done so far. So look at how cool that is. Lorraine just finished off that big organ and I thought, what a cool organ. See, and here's some of the minifigs that we've done so far. Okay, and I'm going to move him out of the way so you can sort of see how this works. Now, I talked to you about Mills plates before. See down here? What got to make sure is when there's a plate, see, notice the bottom plate is a thin plate. It doesn't have that extra stuff on it because the other plates do, and they're thicker. So you want to go a base plate. And that's what this is. It's a base plate. So it's skinnier. And then from there, you build it up. And then finally, your normal plate goes on top. But look at this, how this hinges. See how nice that is? So what I'm going to show you here, it hinges up really nicely. And I think you'll be impressed with how this thing closes up. But the beauty of it is, you know, you can open it up, have the fun. You'll see there's some wheels and gears, and that's all for what's going to happen later on. But it closes up. So here you go from one wing. See how that closes? And then the other wing over here, see how that all closes up? So what you end up having, see how that all closes? Isn't that nice? So it forms like a nice square. And look at the front. Isn't that cool? That's real Halloween-y there. The bat and pumpkin and little graveyard set up there. It's really cool. So the nice thing about these is they close up like that, and then you open them up and there's all your fun. You can work and play around with the other part. So we'll turn it around. See, you can see, we all like this green color too. That's really nice. Look at all the gears and stuff. So there's going to be some stuff going on with an elevator and everything. So you can see that whole gear system is all setting up in here. And again, it's all Mills plated. So it's really nice. So just wanted to show you the progress. And we have finished phase 1 of 3, and we'll be coming next with the second phase. So thanks for watching. Take care. See you again. Bye. Hello everyone, it's Jules. I'm back again, and Lorraine and I have finished off the second section of our Lego haunted house. And this one, what I've done, what's happened here, we noticed that when you go through this instruction sheet, you have notes that they give you about the different things. So this is really cool. So for example, there's Idol of Everest in here. Okay, that's the Idol of Everest. Snatched from an Everest mountain temple, it is said the tendrils reach out into the unknown. It also makes a great coat rack. No, that's what that is right there. Trying to figure out where all these things are. That's what that is. That's the Idol of Everest. You can see the funny looking thing with the tendrils. Okay, and then there's the Obelisk of Evil. Von Baron stole the obelisk. That one right there, that's the obelisk. Von Baron stole the obelisk because it had the most evil inscription he had ever seen. Okay, so that's that. Okay, then there's the organ of Catarino. Von Baron had this organ custom built in Portugal. He mostly used it to play TV shows. That's cool and funny. Okay, so then there's up here the heads of Anubis, airlifted out of the temple of Anubis, supposedly are just for decoration. That's it, and that's all. Okay, now this one was really cool to build. You can see why. It's got a lot of parts in it. It's the face of Sphinx, the very first Egyptian item that the Baron stole. The entire manor was built around it. So you can see it sort of centers. And then the rest of the manor is built around it. So this is kind of cool. Explains that. Von Baron lined the face of the Sphinx with dynamite just in case any curses came along with it. See over here? See that? There's the dynamite. You can set it off. So that's another thing. The golden dingus. As Von Baron reached out for the golden dingus, the Yeti suddenly appeared and ate his left hand. Luckily, he already had a hook for a left hand, so he simply replaced it with another. Okay, that's that yellow thing over here. See over there? On the end, on the right side there. So that's what that is. The golden dingus. Now there's the Orb of Ogle, a prototype of the mind control superweapon used by the evil Ogle Empire. Von Baron always kept one handy for a rainy day. There's the orb thing right next to there on that side. Okay, so that's the Orb of Ogle. What else do we have? The box of junk right in the middle. See that box? That's the box of junk. A heavy, dusty box of junk. A faded sticker reads, "I love trash." Okay? So got all kinds of funny things here. Now, over here, we've got an altar. It's called the Altar of Alzared. It is unknown for what dark rites this heavy-looking stone table was originally intended. The Baron used it for a light reading on a rainy day. Okay, that's it there. That skeleton is in the way. We'll explain what he's doing there. The Forbidden Skeleton. Some say Sam Sinister's car exploded while running from the law, leaving only his skeleton and top hat behind. Some say there was once a third twin butler. Well, isn't that interesting? No one knows for sure. Well, isn't that something? A twin butler. So, that's what we've completed to this point. And you can see, so the story's starting to develop. We have 6 more bags to go and one last section. But as you can see, it closes up really nicely here. See that? Here's the front. There's a lot of work put into this part here to get that steeple part in there. But you can see the doors too, they open. Matter of fact, a lot of these are automated parts, so we'll see later on these different pieces that open and close. But this is the doors that open and close. See, they actually do open and close. Look what happens here. See that? It's pretty cool, eh? There you go. And then you just, again, this all closes up. By the way, there's a spider web up there. See how it turns? And it'll all close into a box. Back here, that's going to be the elevator that goes up. You can see the wheels and everything, so that should be fun to build. But our base is looking good, like it controls everything really well, And we look forward to finishing this off and seeing how everything works. So thanks for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, it's Jules and Lorraine from Our Crafty Home. So, welcome everyone. So, today, Jules and I will be presenting the haunted house. And you go ahead, Jules.
Yeah, we haunted house. If you didn't see it, um, I've got a link that you can go and see the unboxing of this wonderful marvel here. And Lorraine and I both worked on it. I'd work on some of the bags, and Lorraine would work on some of the bags. And it's interesting because it came in three. If you look at that, it came in three different groupings. So the builds were this build, and then the final build. So 18 bags, 6 bags in each of the builds. And within this wonderful booklet, they had little remarks all over the place that would give you some of the story of this wonderful thing. So it's a ride, basically like a Disney ride. The characters, there you can see them peeping up through here. This thing cranks to the top and then it drops. I've just got it cranked to the top. When it cranks to the top, the doors open. So you can kind of see the doors that are open right now. And if I just bring it a little closer, what we're going to do, now that you've seen sort of the full scale of the top part, is I'll show you some of the features of it. One of the nice features of it is that it does close completely. Now, I had said this before in my other video. I was doing Mills plates, and that's what I've got on here is Mills plates. And those make it much sturdier. And as you can see, it then closes nicely. See how that closes? What
So,
did you think of the build, Lorraine? Like you were involved in building.
I really enjoyed the build. I really did. The only thing is, it's always challenging the roof, right?
Yeah, nobody wants to do roofs.
And then the elevator,
That
that lift,
yeah, that was really
that
tough.
was tough.
So you can see how it opens. And like I said, I've told some of the story. I'll just continue. I think there were 3 more parts in this last part. So the portrait of Samuel von Baron, that's the portrait part over there on this side. And Lorraine, do you want to talk about that one?
Okay, so the portrait of Samuel von Baron. As the portrait was finished, a strange glow started emanating from the ruby. Trapped in the mummy's curse, von Baron was driven mad by Pharaoh Hotep's terrible jokes.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just bringing it close. There's the portrait. Lights up too. See, Lorraine's got it lighting up. Fun to see these. So
Mm-hmm.
what's the other one, Lorraine?
Okay, the other one is the resonator. In a failed attempt to harness the power of the Rigu ruby with this device, von Baron accidentally summoned 2 friendly spirits from beyond.
Okay, now those 2 spirits, they're in the front.
Yeah,
They're on this side, I
let's move it over here. So there's one of them, and then the other one's on this side.
There they are. See? There's
That's
the two
the two
spirits.
spirits. And then the last one is the madman's elevator. So how's my elevator to nowhere? It has its ups and downs. Ha 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 ha, said the mad baron.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of show you that elevator, how it, I'm not going to do it because, see, look at that. Way up there. And there's the characters. You can see that they're right in there. And there's some more characters like these are people that go on the ride. So you can see there's a couple in there already in the ride, and it's called Manor von Baron. Now, what happens with the ride here is it goes up, up, up from the bottom, and so I'm going to close this up and well, I'll just turn it around actually, so you can see the other side of this. Lots of playability in here. Oh yeah, by the way, this kind of little goofy things, Lorraine. If you here, I'll go back and control this, but if you kind of look down here, right there at the doors, if you open those doors, you see the candelabras, how they turn and move around with it, and then you close it, and you'll see that they close. So that's there's all kinds of little fun things like that in here.
And then a little skeleton that's upside down.
Yeah, we told the story of that, and I'm going to turn it around now. Okay. You'll see, it's kind of nice to have it.
Open it up. Easier to turn around when it's closed up.
Now you sort of see, believe it or not, you see this little chain thing? That is little individual links. There were two groups of 74 links to put that all together.
Yeah, these are very, very tiny.
Links, they're really tiny. You have to click all that together. See how that all went? And then there's one notch in there that kind of clips the two big long strings together. But this is really quite the intricate thing. And there's a crank. Okay, you can also get a little motor. And the crank, you can see on this side, Lorraine. There you go.
Scared me.
Yep.
There's those little.
And that's sort of where, so it goes down, and then you slowly crank it, and it goes up, 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 and then the doors open, and then you can unlock it, and they fall. So Von Baron's in there too, right? What are these guys?
Yeah, Von Baron.
And there's some more people.
Right here.
Yeah. And then the goats. And it's just a real little fun thing. Like, it was based, I guess, on a Disney ride. That's what they say. Anyway, and it has its little story and everything. So what we'll do is we'll take a look now at some of our other Halloween stuff that we had too, because you collect the little things. It's not like big sets. This was our big set, but we also had the opportunity with Lego to get smaller sets. And that's what this is. The little, there's a little box Lorraine is showing. That was a nice little set if you kind of look at it.
Yeah, when you look at all the pieces.
It had lots of different pieces.
Yeah, 148 pieces.
That was cool.
So you had the tractor, and the lady with the pumpkin. And then there's this big pumpkin sign with the big post and the skeleton waving hello. Yeah. So this is, and then you've got the badge, and so that was a really nice spider.
Lego, like a lot of the sets are expensive, but these little sets, they can be a lot of fun. There's a little,
there's a little signpost.
There's a little signpost.
And the tractor.
Yeah.
That's quite sweet. And
now over here, we got a cat and a mouse, right?
Yeah, right here.
There's a cat and a mouse. Other thing.
Lots of little
That's really
pumpkins.
Cute. Background over there, there's an owl.
Bring that
cool.
Forward. And these are pumpkins on the side as well.
And there's a couple pumpkins there as well. That was another set with the pumpkin head. I see there.
Another
And then
one.
there's just other little characters that we had there. That little guy. Now we have this little mini haunted house.
This one was, it's so tiny that some of the placement was really like it took time, eh? Quite fun to do.
Yeah, the mini sets can be a lot of
The butler.
fun. Pretty cool.
And look at this skeleton with a witch hat.
That was a fun little set. So we're going to place this upstairs and decoration. And I'll probably do a video just to show some of our decorations upstairs. But
And we did do this. Put all our little skeletons. And
another one we did. So all in all, we'll bring this all upstairs and we'll do a little clip of all the Halloween decorating we did upstairs. And we really enjoyed this. And that, like I said, that was a surprise find for us to get this a couple years after it's been retired. So sometimes there's an old set and you never know. The other thing you can do with Lego too that I've seen is that, and I've done this before, some of the expensive, long retired sets. We had bought once a set with a person was getting rid of a bunch of stuff and he sold built sets. So there were 5 different buildings and these were all old, like just example is the fire department, which I think is really cool. The city hall, that was really cool. The bank, these are old sets. And so we were very fortunate to get those sets. But they were built, so the price is even cheaper. The price is more expensive if it's in the box. But if you're going to build it, by all means, get it it's already been built, and then it's going to be a lot better price for you. So that's it. That's all we had to show, and we just wanted to say thank you for coming by. Don't forget to subscribe.
that's great.
Share as well. And just thank you for coming by. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.